And recording. Dream Theater. That's all I gotta say. It's been about a month since I've done any reactions to them, and so far every song I've done has been a live version at the Boston Theater, and I love everything about their setup. I love everything about the way the music is mixed in that DVD, but I'm gonna do a slight variation this time around. We're gonna go to Budokan. And the next suggestion I have is Trial of Tears. So I have that queued up here on YouTube. This is about almost a 14-minute song. I'm all about this. So I'm curious to see what direction they take this song in. Go! Nice wind chime and cymbal work. With that tone. pause there. I know it's an awkward place to pause, but it's been over 4 minutes. Uh, they look so young. That's the most striking thing so far. Is like as soon as I saw Petrucci there, I was like, man, what happened to his hair? uh, but this definitely looks and sounds a little older, even just in like the guitar effects that he's using. Like it almost sounds like mid '90s, early '90s ish. I might be wrong in my time frame, but it's just like the production value of everything, and even just the sounds that they're bringing into this. But yeah, so far it sounds really good. Nice little atmospheric build for the first couple of minutes, and very simple kind of drum and bass intro into the song. But oh, it's so funky. It got my head bobbing right away. And the voice comes in, and he sounds exactly the same here as he did in Boston, as I imagine he probably still sounds now. Like he's taking great care of his voice. Let me go back a little bit. Go. That's a beautiful guitar. Maybe 2000. gonna give it a quick pause there. I'm probably wrong with my initial time frame. I'm starting to think this is closer to like mid 2000, like 2005 or something. I I'm bad at this kind of thing though, just because the rip on this DVD, the quality is making me think it's a lot older. But I'm seeing gray in the beard for Mr. Portney. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, and in the singer as well. But this is a slightly different range than what I've seen so far and heard so far from them. Everything that I heard at the Boston Theater song or concert, excuse me, I'm tripping over my words here, had kind of a harder edge to it. This is more jazz forward and more progressive forward. So there's a lot more playing around happening. And I love how the drummer just throws in like random fills that just sounds so good. Like he had one earlier with like a open the hi hat that I thought he was gonna keep repeating, but it was just like you just did it real quick, tossed it out there into the ether, and you're never gonna hear it again, even though it sounded so good. And then right now it's just building with the triplets, and it all sounds so good. That's why I keep banging into this microphone like I can't even contain myself. And this like extended solo that's happening. The bass is really high in the mix, and what he was playing for that section while the solo was happening was giving me kind of like Massive Attack vibes. So it's pulling me in a couple of weird different directions because you have the virtuoso-ness of the guitar that has like a cross between like 70s stadium rock bands and kind of just like I don't even know what to say. Like almost like a Steve Vai mixed with like Pink Floyd mixed with like there's just a bunch of stuff. Like there's so many influences. Like I can't even pinpoint it. But then like the mellowness of the actual bass, then the drummer just going crazy. Just going crazy. Ah. I can't make words. The funk.
Still awake, I continue to move along, cultivating my own nonsense. Welcome to the wasteland.
vocal melody reminded me of a song. Mm. That was surprisingly relaxing. That vocal melody that he was doing at the end there with the sort of acoustic sound from the guitar, I can't point, I can't put my finger on it, but it's reminding me like a very well known song. Ah, that's gonna bother me now. Uh, this song in its totality, the construction of it, as complex as it isn't as complex as previous songs that they've done or that I've heard from them. So, surprisingly enough, this song sounds much more straightforward than any other song by them I've heard, which is like ludicrous to say because from any other band you would hear this and think, wow, the composition is like out of this world. But yeah, kind of seeing this as a maybe older song of theirs, which I'm assuming is the case, I can kind of see the evolution of them just getting even more and more complex and even better and better. So it's funny to when you follow a band and you get like a masterpiece and you think there's no way they can top it, and then like here comes the next album and the next album and the next album, and they just get better and better and better. So it's kind of fun to revisit something older, having heard the newer stuff first. So yeah, yeah, really good. Uh, a little surprised that didn't get very heavy, but like I don't really miss it in this song. Like there was a nice calmness to it, mostly from like the low end in the bass. The drumming like alternated between like a kind of simplistic 4/4 into different time signatures, and then different levels of craziness. Same thing with the guitar. The guitar was actually pretty on tempo the whole time. Like I don't think it alternated too much. It was just more in the intensity of what was being played. So yeah, it was a nice breath of fresh air when everything died down and it was just the singer and the kind of acoustic sound. Like I don't think I've seen or heard them be that stripped down so far. So like I said, it was nice, especially in a 13-14 minute song, to have that little break for it to sort of die down and then just build back up. Yeah, compositionally fantastic. The mix is different than in the Boston concert. This one is a little bit more subdued, and the sounds kind of meld into each other a little bit more. But then it could also be the quality of the rip. But yeah, I'm never disappointed listening to Dream Theater, and this one was a nice, groovy kind of like a subdued take on what I've heard them do so far. And it wasn't necessarily broken down into like acts like some of their other songs have been. And you could technically put place markers or time markers on this particular song to try to do that, but this one flowed a lot more Well, a lot better. Like I said, it's more of a straightforward construction as opposed to some of the other songs I've heard, like Illumination Theory. So yeah, yeah, this is great. Should I think I might do something else from Budokan, my next go round.